Well, hello, my friend. Hope you're having an awesome day. I just got back from the gym, and it's snowing outside. It's easy to. Jim Rohn said once that the fun thing about most goals is that it's easy to do once you set your mind to it. But the other part of it is those things that are easy to do are sometimes easy to not do. And so anyway, went to the gym today, worked out, upper body workout, and was working out, and there was a guy working on the machine next to me. And but once we both got through, we kind of looked at each other and smiled, and he said something that I thought was interesting. I'd never spoken to this guy before, but he just kind of looked over at me and he said, "Is it worth it?" And I looked back at him and I said, it is worth it. I said, it's worth it for the feeling that you have when you're all done and you know that you've done what you set out to do. And he looked back at me and he nodded his head and smiled and he said, "You're absolutely right." And isn't that the way it is with our goals? We've been talking about success, and that success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile goal or dream. Well, to move that down that progression, what we've talked about is having a DMO, a daily method of operation. And when you have a daily method of operation that you derive from the people that you've listened to, the people that you want to model, the people who have the results that you'd like to have, then it's a matter of just doing it, And sometimes, again, it's easy to do, but sometimes it's easy to not do too. You have to exercise what I call mind over mattress. You have to be willing to get up there and do those things, even if you don't necessarily feel like it. Because let me tell you something, the feeling you have when you finished your DMO, when you checked off all the things on your to-do list that you said that you were going to do to move closer and closer to your goals and dreams, you're going to have a wonderful feeling of fulfillment. And I encourage you to get that for yourself every day. Find your DMO every day, something that you set out to do that day, so that when you've completed that, you have that feeling of accomplishment, and you start believing yourself when you set goals. Some people set goals and then they don't do it, and then when it's time to set a new goal, they don't even believe in themselves to hit that goal. Well, if you have that issue, if you have that challenge, I encourage you to start today. Even if it's something as simple as just making the bed every day, start today to find that thing that you're going to say, "I'm going to get done." And start honoring your self-promises. And I'm telling you, you're going to be fired up. You can do this. It is so worth it. And you might say, "Well, Tony, you're always talking about, reading books, for example. Why is it so important to read?" Well, there's this guy out of Australia. He's a billionaire. His name is Peter J. Daniels. And one of the things he says is that one of the things that's led to his success is making it a point of reading books. Now, in his case, he talks about reading bibliographies so you can learn from the people who have gone before. There's a gentleman by the name of Charles Capps who once said that where you'll be in 5 years, Charles Tremendous Jones, who said that where you'll be in 5 years is a result of two things: the books you read and the people you associate with. So send me a private message. I'll tell you the top 5 books you should be reading right now. But let me just encourage you by saying it is so worth it. Have a blessed day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.